Slime molds don't get a lot of respect. Say the two words together and most people snicker. Say that you're studying these creatures and people want to know why. Neither plant nor animal, found all over the world, slime molds remain mostly a mystery to scientists. But two University of Arkansas researchers have traveled all over the world to clear up some of the mystery that surrounds these creatures.
Slime molds are found just about anywhere you have rotting vegetation, because the amoeba stages are feeding on bacteria, and rotting vegetation is being rotted by bacteria and by fungi and by yeast.
Slime molds are the carpet cleaners of ecosystems. They break down bacteria, yeast, and fungi, releasing minerals back into the soil. They can communicate between cells and differentiate themselves into favorable shapes for survival, a trait that makes them of interest to scientists. Cancer researchers have studied some slime molds to find out how the cells divide, so knowing what slime molds exist and studying how they behave could prove to be important to humans.
What good are slime molds? You don't eat them, you don't build a house with them, they cannot fuel your automobile, but they're in the background and terrestrial ecosystems. Very important in nutrient cycling. If I were to eliminate all the slime molds on this planet at once, bang, we'd see a big change in the way this world functions.
Steve Stevenson and Fred Spiegel won a 5-year grant from the National Science Foundation's Planetary Biodiversity Inventory to develop a global inventory of slime molds. To do so, they collaborated with scientists around the world and traveled on research expeditions with students to locations on every continent to categorize and characterize the organisms.
Well, number one, we've discovered that slime molds occur in certain habitats and microhabitats where we didn't know that whether they were even there. The second thing is a more complete understanding of global patterns of biodiversity for slime molds.
The results of their inventory have included, to date, more than 100 papers in peer-reviewed publications and more than 250,000 individual records of slime molds in the wild. They also have found more than 50 species of slime molds that were previously unknown. So little is known about these creatures that they also discovered that some organisms they thought were species are not. One of the numbers the scientists tout, however, is one that involves humans.
And the other thing that's come out of the project is that there were very few experts, and we've trained a whole new generation of experts with several graduate students here working on aspects of both projects. We've held workshops for people who are interested, professional scientists who are interested. We've gotten about 5 different international younger scientists who've become experts in the groups. We've also held sort of public workshops for people who are just interested, sort of amateur naturalists, and they're getting to recognize that these things are there.
So slime molds finally are getting the respect they deserve from researchers around the world.